Hello everybody and welcome back to some more FM19 Journeyman with Torslander IK in the Swedish First Division South. And today we have two more games. Now last time out there were two disappointing 2-1 defeats. Hopefully we can turn that around today. Now we do have IK Oddevold who are currently bottom of the league and they've already offered us their job previously. I mentioned this in another episode, we declined it. So all in all, that should be a good sign for us to get back into things today. Following this game, we have FK Karlskrona, so we passed the halfway point of the season and are now playing teams again. Also, the transfer window opens. Something may be happening. I'm not sure what yet. You can see here, I've not got any signings lined up. There may be, at some point. So, team today, Sjöberg, Fundal Ryberg, Skog, Nasia, Landholm, Lindroth, Brahimi, Massey, Avdiu, Ekman, Kettler. I don't know what to do. I don't know whether to play Jonathan Olsen instead of Lindroth, because Lindroth's playing quite well, but he's not really playing, like, incredibly well, and Jonathan Olsen wants game time, and he's a pretty good player. I don't know what to do. I really, really don't know what to do. So, let's submit the team, and hopefully we can see some wins. Those games yesterday were just silly. We had so many chances and just couldn't score. So hopefully today it's a bit different. They're playing a 4-4-2. I didn't really go over their team much. I just want to get out there, to be honest. We're favourites for a reason. No reaction at all. Brilliant. Just what you want to see coming off of a bad run of form. Also worth noting, we had a team talk and people perked up a little bit. As you can tell from a couple of the morale balls, though, not that much. We can't even kick off properly. What is this? Anyway, let's get underway and hopefully, well, an early chance. Brahimi takes a free kick. It goes over the bar. An early goal would be absolutely wonderful right about now. I think we really need one, as their striker has an injury already. Good signs for us. Corner then. Brahimi's going to put it in. It's headed clear, but we still maintain possession with Kettler. Back to Brahimi. Passes across to Landholm. Across to Lindroth, who strikes over the bar. Those goals just aren't going in for us. The passes around from corners where we strike from a long distance. We're just not finding the target, unfortunately. But another highlight here is Brahimi is on the ball. Worked forward to Lindroth, who plays it long. Kettler nods on. Can't quite find anyone, though. But Massey, with a wonderful challenge, wins the ball back. We look to build again. Lindroth out wide to Landholm. Back into Brahimi. Back to Lindroth. We're playing it around very, very nicely. Some good, slow, patient build-up. But Landholm's pass is poor. Loses out on the ball. Nasia chases it back. Picks it back up. Highlight's never going to end if it doesn't start. So that's one thing. But Lindroth on the ball. We're still in possession. Ekman on the ball to Fundal Ryberg. Can he find a cross? Maybe? Well, he finds it out wide to Lindroth. Strikes from a long distance. And again, like I just said, the long-range shots after a lot of build-up just aren't resulting in anything. We need better chances. 5 shots, none on target. This is all feeling very reminiscent as we have a corner. Brahimi's going to take. Headed clear. And they look to nod on, maybe, to get to the ball. No, Nasia is on it. Gives it to Skog. We look to work it again. Landholm's pass, though, dreadful. They're in possession of the ball. And it's ricocheting everywhere. Their injured striker runs through and his shot, well, he is injured, but yeah. That was arguably the worst shot we've ever seen, and that's saying something with some of the ones we've actually taken ourselves. As the cross goes in, they strike and hit the post. It was a good set piece, to be fair. The finish should have probably been better. But we look to counter-attack now. Kettler racing forward with the ball. Can he get it into the centre? He tries, and Ekman is there. We go 1-0 up in the 32nd minute. It was a great run from Kettler. Absolutely turned on the burners and sprinted for his life. Look at this, straight down the left flank. The highlight even starts from our own half. Runs past so many defenders. Manages to get all the way to the end line. Crosses it in for Ekman. One-time finish. Straight into the back of the net. Past Gustafsson. Exactly what we want. We need those goals. We need to take the lead and then capitalise. Hopefully, we can do part B of that now. But we're not playing too badly. It's all going okay, you know? We've had chances. It's just the finishing is a bit not there again. We're having striker issues. I'm not quite sure what to do about them. There's a lot of very good strikers who aren't playing like very good strikers. I'm just not sure how to respond to that, really. But, passionately, I'm happy with your performance. They all look delighted. We've not really seen any chances from them other than the one that led to our goal. And they had a chance that was, you know, went into space. So, all in all, you'd weigh that up as being a pretty good half. Hopefully, we can carry it on into the set. That was their kickoff. If we lose to these, I swear. 61 minutes in then, and time is flying by. No more highlights to speak of since half-time. But Massey having a relatively poor game. That wasn't intentional. So I'm going to bring on Anton Eriksson for him, just to keep things fresh. You know, he's getting tired, he's having a poor game. Let's get a better player, or not a better player, but a different player on, hopefully to have a bit more of an impact. Brahimi also not playing the best game, but Anton Olsen isn't on the bench, and it's not really dreadful, so He can stay out there for now. If that ends up costing me, on my head be it. This is all very quiet. I feel like this is a calm before a storm, and the last 10 minutes are going to be the most hectic thing ever. Harris Avdiu picks up an injury. Wonderful. That's what we needed right now. Now the question is, do I move Lindroth forward into this sort of role, and go for an advanced playmaker, and then bring on Jonathan Olsen? Maybe? Because Farhan Lembon's done nothing when I've played him this season. I'm going to go with that. I'm going to try it. He can play as an attacking midfielder naturally, like it is one of his natural roles, so I'm hoping that this all works out okay. And like I said, Jonathan Olsen wants game time. Maybe he's got something to prove and he's going to step up. 6 minutes added time. There's been no highlights. I guess there might have been an injury or something, to be fair. But Fundel Ryberg puts forward the ball. Kettler running with it. He's facing the keeper. He strikes. And, well, I think that might be coming through my window. I'm not quite sure. Where was that going? But with 30 seconds left, we have a throw-in. Fundel Ryberg, Jonathan Olsen. We're in their half, which should all be very straightforward as Lindroth gives it to Ekman. It's offside, but no big deal, as with 15 seconds left to play, they're going to take their free kick, and it looks like it should be, well, an underwhelming 1-0 win. When you're playing bottom of the league, you'd like something a little bit more, and we got the injury as well to boot. But a 1-0 win nonetheless, and at this point, we'll just take points being on the board after last episode, I think. So, a very nice victory, well done. They all obviously love it because we're still expected to be rubbish. But, yeah, like I said, a little bit underwhelming. But the win's a win, you know? You can't really say much other than that. Our defence had an excellent game. I'm not sure if you can see that because I'm in the way. But, yeah, Landholm's a weird one to be on a 7.6. When we saw him play, we obviously saw him give the ball away a couple of times. So, he was obviously doing something very well off camera. But all in all, not a bad performance, just not quite the win we would expect from playing a side that's that weak, I guess, is the best way to put it. But it sees us rise up one position to 5th, overtaking the young Skiel, who I really don't want to keep saying their name, but we're next to them in the table, so I have to get used to it. So, coming up then, the game against Karlskrona, and, well, that is the halfway point of the season. Sees us in 5th place. It's not a bad position to be in, really. We were expected to finish, what, 12th, 13th? Something like that. So, 5th. Not bad. Let's get to the next game. Here we are then for the game against Karlskrona, and, well, everything's pretty similar, except for Lindroth has moved into the attacking midfield role, and Olsen is in the central midfield on support. Jonathan Olsen, that is. Due to the injury to Harris Avdiu, he's almost fit, but not quite. I'm actually going to take him off of the bench. I don't think I'd ever bring on a player with 69 fitness. Nowhere near high enough for me. But other than that, everything else remains pretty similar. I've had a look around the transfer market. Everyone's either very expensive or rubbish. So I don't see too much going on, if I'm being honest with you. But there's always a chance. There's always an outside chance something could happen. So let's get into this game. They're playing a 4-3-3. A lot of people play with wingers in this league. I was looking through sort of the top goal scorers and highest average ratings and all of that, top assists in the league, and it's a lot of wingers. Maybe that's the cause of our issues, but I'm going to say we're favourites for a reason. Nasir, is it? Loved it? No, Landholm. Landholm loved it. One of our old boys. Good to have. But let's kick off. Hopefully we can get, well, a more convincing win than last time, but either way, we'll take the 3 points. Let's try and get them. Corner to them then. Peterson's going to put in, and it's bounce. Jesus, not comfortable at all. Well, it's not in the net, and we'll take that, to be honest. At that point, I've got no idea what just happened, but we have a throw-in. Landholm to Kettler. Can we work something? To Fundel Ryberg, who strikes. Fundel Ryberg bags his second of the season. Well, it was very good all around. It was wonderfully picked out by Kettler, and I was looking for a pass he could make, but he decided he wanted this one on his own. I've been creating chances all season. Our strikers can't score, so I will take it. Puts it past the keeper's near post with actually a very, very good finish, putting us 1-0 up early into the game. It's exactly what we want. Moves us up to 5th, which is where we were already, so not sure what that's talking about, but hopefully we can ride this out, score a couple more, and have, well, quite a decent win. Throwing again to us then, same side as our goal. Kettler nods on a ball, but they are in possession and pump it forward. Fundel Ryberg reclaims. Brahimi on it, knocking it around the middle of the park to Lindroth. Forward to Ekman, who strikes. Oh, I think that was just touched wide. Yeah, it was. It was a good save there by Amos. That was a very good chance, actually. Ekman maybe should have done better, but it did look like a good save to me. That very nearly went in too. Lindroth can't quite get on the end of it as the highlight fades out and half-time looks to be rolling around pretty soon. 1 minute added on. Nothing we're going to see anything of. And, well, it seems to all be going quite well, hesitantly to say. Had a couple of decent chances, and they've not really had anything at all, other than that very early corner. So, passionately say, happy with your performance so far, keep it up. They all love it, of course, every single time it happens, they always love it. But let's kick off. They're going to pass it around, and hopefully we can, well, I don't know why I've started commentating the highlight from kickoff. That's weird. But hopefully we can bag some more goals and sort of make this a little bit more secure. Goal kick to them then. Amos pumps up. Can we win the ball? We can. Fundel Ryberg, though, just nods it straight to them. Nasia wins it again, but they're back in possession again. Nasia wins it again. Can we get on the end of this one? We can. Fundel Ryberg plays forward to Ekman. Not having the best game, but hopefully we can improve it here. As Jonathan Olsen plays forward a wonderful ball to Kettler. The shot's not quite there. It's just straight at the keeper, really. But that ball from Olsen was absolutely perfect. Can't really ask for much more as Brahimi takes the corner. Yeah, Lindroth nearly heads in, but not quite, as Kettler's on the ball now, just outside the area. Well, the ball from Nasia is dreadful, but the highlight fades out. We must have cut out the attack. There's a highlight, and I was going to make changes. Let's watch the highlight first. Brahimi takes the free kick, just outside the post, unfortunately. But, okay, now we're going to make changes. Like I mentioned, Ekman not having the best game, so Anton Salahu going to make his way back to the pitch. Please find some form. I really like you. Just do better. Just do what you did last season. Take the ball, put it in the net. That's all I want. I don't think it's much. But time's ticking away here and not too much is going on. I don't know whether to try and change it and force another goal. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. For a home Lemborn is what I'm going to do. Sure. Hesitant is how I'd describe that change. They're making a lot of them because they're not playing very well. But we have a late free kick. Brahimi takes, and well, it is perfect. It flies into the back of the net. It's Brahimi's first goal for the season and first goal for the club. We are not going to see many better free kicks than that. Look at this. Absolutely curls it perfectly. Straight past the keeper. No chance he was reaching it. De Gea wouldn't have saved that. Perfect goal to secure this win. In the, well, very late stages of the game. 88th minute, I believe that was. And gives us a 2-0 lead, and we have a throw-in with a couple of minutes added time still to play. Maybe we can bag a third, as Brahimi's on the ball in the centre of the park. Nasia plays forward, Kettler runs onto it. I was hoping it went across to Salahu and he could have bagged a goal, got a bit of confidence in him, but no, Kettler went for goal. Rather selfishly, really, and it didn't work out. We're still 2-0 up. They come forward, but with only 25 seconds left to play, you've got to imagine this is going to be the end of the game. Brahimi on it, works it forward. For home Lemborn, Olsen, Fundel Ryberg, all forward to Salahu, and this should wrap everything up as they just put it out for a throw-in. Hopefully, this just pulls in full time, maybe, anytime today. Fundel Ryberg takes the throw, they head out. Okay, can the game end? Thank you, there we go. So, a 2-0 win, a double win episode, it's always nice. 18th and 88th minute goals, one very early, one very late. Not too bad all around. It's a game we should have been winning, and yeah, it's nice to get the result, really. Very nice victory, they all love that. And man of the match, Florian Brahimi. Thanks to his goal, he wasn't really doing much until that, but he had a very good game, as did several other players. Isaac Skug and Nasia, Fundel Ryberg and Landholm, all of our backline on very decent ratings there. It's great to see. I don't know, that was 2 confident wins today. I'm not really sure what else to say. We scored 3 over the course of 2 games and didn't concede any. Teams we should be beating, and we beat them. But next time we have second placed Geis, and well, that's going to be a much more difficult game. That's not really arguable. We are sort of closing in on some of these upper places, but there is a big gap between sort of 4th and 3rd. There's a massive 7-point gap, which is going to be very difficult to overcome with less than half a season to go. I say as we've played 1 game into the second half of the season. But on the plus side, we are 10 points away from the relegation playoffs, and obviously it'd be very, very unlikely we drop that far down the table. Hopefully, we can just sort of keep picking up results that are routine and maybe try and challenge some of these more difficult teams. Try and find something to forge a little bit of a promotion push, possibly, at the end of the season. Something to really end on a high. But we will find out what happens with that tomorrow. So, today's question of the day, what team do you support? I just want to sort of, I don't know, figure out what fan bases we have on here. It'd be quite interesting. So, that'll be the end of today's video. Thank you all very much for watching. Leave any feedback in the comments below. Let me know what team you support. And yeah, we'll be back tomorrow at 5:30, as we are every day. Or you can use the subscribe button to get the video in your feed, whichever you prefer. Yeah, leave any feedback below and have a great night. Bye.